think this whole thing is going to be about addressing some of the comments that I get when it comes to carnivore diet and a lot of people starting. Um, I I've been getting a few comments because of the time of year. Okay, what's coming up? Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas is coming up, New Year's coming up, and I think I saw five, six, seven comments of people saying, "Oh my gosh, thanks for inspiring me," blah 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 on the videos, and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna start this at the beginning of the year. 2024 is when I'm gonna start this," and it's just like, okay, that's a month and a half away. Get real, okay? If you're gonna do this, do it now. People are using the excuse of saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get tempted and I'm gonna cheat during the holidays." Okay, I'll tell you two scenarios. Okay, number one, when did I start this? It was December 2nd, 2022. So it's coming up on a year. In a little over 2 weeks, it's going to be a year that I've been um, eating this way. That I started this journey. And why did I start? Does December 2nd have any kind of significance to me? Um, Not really. It's just when I got a wake up call. I said that, okay, I need to do something to make a change. I stepped on the scale, it said 286.6, and I said, oh hell no. And that it was in the evening that day. I went to my pantry, went to my fridge, I threw everything out. It was the day that I got a wake up call. If you put this off to another 6 weeks, oh, I'll do this after Christmas. Odds are it's not going to work for you. Odds are, if you're really trying to do this, if you have to want it, you really have to want it and not make excuses. Now, could you start it and have a cheat day on Thanksgiving and on Christmas? Sure. But let me tell you something. If you become that weirdo, if you become that weirdo that you're at Thanksgiving dinner and you only eat turkey, or you only get some ham, and you have yourself a carnivore plate, and on Christmas you do the same thing for all in front of all your friends and family. Guess what? If you do that, odds are you're going to succeed with this. Odds are that you're going to start dropping weight. If some people are starting at a lot worse position than I was, some 300 and something, 400 pounds. It's like you don't have time. You don't have time. Like, the way I saw it is like, okay, I could have done the same thing. I could have waited till the end of the year or the start of the year to get this going. But did I deserve to? Ask yourself that. I feel like I didn't. I was taught a long time ago in a business thing, to where you don't start your wow, we got an Ember Alert going on. Yikes. Um, what's it called? You don't start your year at the beginning of the year. Why? Because how many people during hey, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year, they're all drunk and making all kinds of New Year's resolutions. Are you? How many people actually keep them? Be real with yourself. But if you start October, November earlier, you have a head start on everybody. You have a head start, and you have that momentum going into the next year, and you have that momentum to be able to say, "Hey, I'm going for this. I'm already down. Hey, first month I lost 24 pounds. What if you could do the same? What if you could do more? What if you knocked out maybe 10% of your goal?" That's a good start. That's a good jump start into the new year. So, don't you gotta want it. And if you're gonna go push it off, push it off, push it off, give yourself excuse, it's not gonna happen for you. It's not gonna happen. And if you're one of those people, honestly, best thing that you could do for everybody, including yourself probably, is just go to McDonald's. Go get yourself, a couple hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Go get yourself a big order of fries and a big O shake. Go eat that. You'll be happier doing it, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to say, "Hey, you know what? I tried the carnivore diet and it didn't work." Now you're going to discourage other people from trying it and say, "Hey, oh, I tried it, but I was on it for 2 weeks and I couldn't get it going and it didn't work for me." Blah 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 blah, and you're just going to spew nonsense to other people. And but if you really commit to it, it's going to work. It's going to work. Look at all the different success stories there are. Look at and be real with yourself. Okay, be real with yourself. And if you're in a spot like where you want to drop weight quickly like me, don't do the dairy, don't do the cheese, just do steak, butter. I didn't eat eggs, but if you do that, bingo. Because you have to remember, you are where you are today because what you did yesterday, and you're only going to be where you are tomorrow because of what you do today. If you continue the same bad habits, if you continue to do the same thing, no change is going to happen for you. So, I mean, I hate to, I know these people, they have good intentions. They want something better for themselves, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't do it. I mean, that's the that, that's the only way that you fail is if you lie to yourself and you quit. That's the only way. If you want to do something, then do it. It's not okay. This if you want to drop weight, if you want to get healthy, it's not a matter of here. It's a matter of here. I talk about the first 2 weeks being absolute hell for me. It was really, really, really rough. I didn't put salt on. There's some stuff that I do differently. I start with a 3-day fast. Um, but it was hell. I was in bed most of the time. I had no energy. I was going through a sugar carb withdrawal, keto flu, whatever you want to call it. But you just push through. You push through. Was it hard? Yeah, but who said it was going to be easy? It's easy to go like this. It's easy to go like this with anything and everything that you want. It's not that it's hard to not do that. It's hard to make a change. It's hard to create a paradigm shift in your mind. But if you can do that, and once you do it, it becomes easy. It becomes so easy. I mean, for me now, this is it's funny. I was going to say this is cake, but this is steak. Um, this is, I mean, a steak every day. Now I had pork chops today for first time. I think this is the first time on the carnivore diet that I've had pork chops. But knowing what I know now and how I react to pork and stuff, I'm gonna eat a steak in a little bit because I need that nutrients from that ruminant animal to go in me. But this is easy. What do I do for a late night snack? If I'm really really hungry, I try and keep the intermittent fasting as much as I can. I just don't eat breakfast, and you'll be all right. But what do I do? I get a big block of Swiss cheese, and I just cut it up into little strips, and it's probably 100 calories in one little thing. I'll have two of them, and guess what? I'm ready to go to bed. So, you can do stuff like that. Not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. Do I have fruit now? Yes. I had an apple after the pork chops. Why? Because for whatever reason, pork and apples go really well together. I don't know if it's the visual of having the lechon or whatever you want to call it on the stick with the apple in its mouth. Um, Honeycrisp apple after the pork chops tasted fantastic. But, no carbs, no nothing like that. I have my cheat day on Saturday, and we're good to go. But don't make excuses. Don't make excuses. If you're just thinking of starting this right now, go to your fridge and throw everything out. Throw everything out. The easiest way not to eat stuff is to make it not convenient for you. Because I'm one that if it's in the house, I'm going to eat it. So I just don't bring it in the house. If on a cheat day for whatever reason I don't finish my food, I leave it at the restaurant or I leave it, I'll throw it out. I'm not going to eat that again on Sunday. Why? Because I'm not supposed to. If anything, I'm going to do a fast on Sunday to kind of balance myself out. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mean to harp on people, and I know they have good intentions, but unless you take immediate, take massive action. This is and the massive action that I had to take was cut everything out. You do the same thing. You want to, if you're watching this, you probably want to, get healthy. I'm telling you how I did it. Do the same thing, expect the same results. I say it over and over and over again. Don't try and cut corners. I'm going to do carnivore light. All right. Well, carnivore light results are going to be, it's like a snowballing effect. It's like it's kind of logarithmic, like the Richter scale is, to where, okay, an earthquake that's a 5.0, versus an earthquake that's a 6.0. Guess what? The 6.0 is 10 times stronger than the 5.0. That 7.0 is 100 times stronger than the 5.0. If you do this, you know, as strict as can be, it's a snowball effect. It's a logarithmic effect where you're going to have massive results. If you try and do this and cut corners, you'll probably do all right. But are you going to get in the shape that you want? Nah, nah. Are you going to be able to drop 100 pounds in 6.5 months? Nah. Are you going to will you drop 10, 15? Maybe. But if you're starting from a place to where you're in trouble and you are, and don't lie to yourself, go for it. So that's oof, I have a tendency to piss people off, but sometimes you need to get pissed off in order to wake up. It's I have a feeling I want to see how long I can do these live streams, because during these live streams I don't have a filter, and it's bad. Whatever I think here is going to come out here, and it's what I feel. So I want to see how long it takes until I get canceled for saying this stuff, because hey, I'm speaking the truth. It's what I've done, and if I offend somebody, you know what? Get offended, but take action and try and prove me wrong. you know, that's the way I see it. I'm not gonna try and baby you. I'm not gonna try and hold your hand saying, "Oh, it's okay, little Johnny. You had a cupcake. Go eat a steak tomorrow and just get back on track." It's like, no, go throw those cupcakes out. Come on, get real. It's not it's not that hard to not put stuff in your mouth. It's not, and it's like I'm not I'm not gonna sugarcoat things literally. Um, I'm gonna give it to you guys as straight as I can, and if I get in trouble for it, if people don't like me for it, eh, tough crap. Don't really don't really care. It's like I'm not gonna you know try and do things soft so people don't hate me, or I'm not going to try and do things to where, oh, you know what, I'm gonna baby you all the way. That's not who I am, and that's what I'm doing.